Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy United Armada Wheeljack. Now, we kind of knew that this guy was going to be coming just because, well, Shattered Glass Line already gave a Sideswipe who was meant to be based on Armada Wheeljack. And this guy pretty much is a pre-tool of this figure, just because of the chest and the head. Yeah, this is a pre-tool of this guy. So, yeah. But how is this figure? Well, starting off with the box. Of course, we've got the standard Legacy United packaging. So, of course, got Wheeljack in vehicle mode. The batons are on backwards on the artwork for some reason. Of course, Armada Universe Wheeljack. And yes, he is a Decepticon because in the show, he pretty much left the Autobots after thinking Hotshot betrayed him. So, yeah, he's one of the few Autobots who actually defected to the Decepticons. But anyways, we've got a picture of Wheeljack right here with his baton weapons, I guess. Of course, above his face, which, yeah, that's basically a Sideswipe-like head. Same with the original toy. The side, of course, we've got the standard mural. Huge battle scene against Magmatron. And of course, here we got him in both modes. You can heavily see the Sideswipe similarities. And of course, comes with the box. And while moving on to the figure, of course, once again, it's the Siege/Kingdom Sideswipe mold. Oh, goody. I mean, I guess that is to be expected because in the show, he did look a lot like Sideswipe, just with how he transformed. And going back to the Shattered Glass Sideswipe, like, that used the original Armada Wheeljack mold, so... Well, looking at the details here, you can see that, of course, the colors look a lot like Armada Wheeljack here. Although the colors seem to be based on the Japanese Rampage figure, because we've got the blue on the bonnet here. Got some more blue here on the side. Of course, the bonnet has the scratched out Autobot symbol, which is pretty cool. Got a small Decepticon symbol. And this is a really cool detail, which is kept from Sideswipe here. Just now in the proper colors. But yeah, that is really cool. I love that. Of course, the sides have the blue, as I said. Got the gold hubcaps here. Unfortunately, we don't have the blue here in the back, nor do we have the Micron ports. But, oh well. That's not as disappointing as the lack of an actual Micron. I know there's normally no Microns when it comes to Legacy Armada figures, not counting the Power Leaks Hot Shot, but I say this because if you remember the Shattered Glass Sideswipe figure, he actually came with a Micron. So we have the mold. We actually have Shear's mold. Now, I get why we didn't get Shear with this guy, budgeting shite and all that, but still feels kind of incomplete. Just because we know that the mold's available. I don't know, maybe they'll do like a special, like they'll do like a special release with the actual Hasbro toy colors, and that's how we'll get Shear. I don't know. I just hope we get Shear one day, because we do have the molds. But still, without Shear, this is still a pretty cool looking cardboard. And of course, like, say you're one of those guys who customizes their figures and you customize this guy into Shear, Of course, he can still go on. We have to flip the legs first. So we do still have a port there. So you can do that if you want. But of course, seeing how this is Whisper and not Wind Shear, we're going to put him back with Sideswipe. And of course, the underneath here, pretty standard. So yeah, let's move on to the actual accessories. And they're pretty much the exact same that came with Shadowglass Sideswipe. So we get this rocket launcher, which I don't think Wheeljack ever used. It's just a carryover from the Kingdom Sideswipe. So if you want that, then there you go. I don't think I'm ever going to display with this because, as I said, Wheeljack never used this. But this can still plug on if you want. And of course, this is more Wheeljack. We get the 2 baton weapons, or the clubs, or the things that you can use to help guide a plane while it's landing. So, yeah. And of course, these can just plug onto the sides here. Or if you want, these can plug in the wrong way as per the box. But I'm just going to plug these things in the right way. There we go. And on this guy, they actually plug in pretty tightly. Like, on Sideswipe, they plugged in pretty easily. But on this guy, I actually had to have a bit of force to plug them in. There we go. And that's meant to replicate the missiles on the side. So then when you plug in the Micron, he pretty much emulates the, I'm trying to remember the mask vehicle, I'm trying to remember what it's called. The Thunderhawk, that's what I was thinking of. So he can pretty much emulate the Thunderhawk with the doors just flying open. And yeah, they don't fire in this one because they're meant to be handheld weapons, but still, pretty cool reference. So, yeah. And that's pretty much it for the vehicle mode here. Overall, I quite like it. I mean, I do wish we had a bit more blue around here as per the original toy, but I still quite like it. Like, you can still see remnants of Kingdom Sideswipe, such as on the back here, where this is pretty much just a Lamborghini. But still, there's no mistaking that this is clearly Armada Wheeljack. So, for comparisons, let's bring in Shadowglass Sideswipe, because he's meant to be a redeco of this guy. And yeah, these guys look pretty good next to each other. Like, of course, like, this is meant to be a Botcon redeco of this guy. But just having these two next to each other, honestly, I think I kind of prefer, like, Wheeljack's deco. Like, yeah, Sideswipe's more colorful, but seeing how I have the OG Wheeljack toy just in storage, I think I'm just being a bit biased, but it is still really cool to have these guys next to each other. And let's just throw in Whisper, because why not? I know we don't have Wind Shear, but still. And speaking of the original toy, here's that. Now, I'm going to use the Rampage version, because the colors are more accurate, and honestly, yeah, the colors are actually really accurate. Right down to the blue here, the blue on the sides, if you don't count the yellow here, because obviously this is meant to replicate the missiles in the doors. Obviously, there's no missile launcher on the original figure, that's just kept from the Kingdom Sideswipe figure, but The only thing I wish that they had done, as I said, is the blue on the, I guess, spoiler section. There's no spoiler, but I get why there's no mini-con ports in the back, but But yeah, the colors are really accurate. So, yeah. If I just remove the original picture there. There we go. They even have this section painted which forms the feet in robot mode on the original toy. Obviously these don't, but I have my own gripes about the feet, which we'll get to very soon when we get to the transformation. So let's just do that now. So quick jump cut to remove the weapons and to transform sideswipe. Okay, so transformation is exactly like every other use of this mold. Like, come on, this guy has been reused to absolute hell. Like, come on. I wouldn't be surprised if we get, like, I don't know, freaking... I wouldn't be surprised if we get, like, spy changes from this mold one day. So, honestly, let's not beat around the bush here. This transformation needs no introduction. Of course, we just open these flaps up. We just flip around the legs. We get the feet down. We close these back up. We spin the waist around. Untap the legs from each other. Open up the doors. Get the shoulders out. Push the doors all the way in. Straighten up the elbows. Get the hands out. Get this piece out. Push the hood down. Get the shoulders down. And bada bing, bada boom, you're done. Now, this is a fun transformation, but yeah, we have seen this multiple times, but still, it does work. I'll give it that. Compared to like the Universe sideswipe figure, this transformation is quick and simple. You can do it in like 10 seconds. And of course, here we have Wheeljack. And that's definitely him, alright. Like, I could have got my hotshot figure out and just put them next to each other, and I'm sure they'll look really good next to each other, but... well... let's just have a quick 360 of this guy. And of course, standard sideswipe, but robot mode. So of course, we have this on the back. Pretty much no back kipper whatsoever. He's kind of leaning forward, but all the uses, all this mod that I have do this. So, of course, the new stuff here are the chest and the head. So let's start off with the chest, which, just like with Shadglass Sideswipe, you'll see he's the one that started this. We have the gash for the Autobot symbol, which he pretty much, I'm pretty sure he did this to himself, just to show that he's not an Autobot anymore. And we have the little teeny tiny Decepticon symbol, which I don't think my camera's even showing. Yeah, you can kind of see it. And yeah, we can see a little bit of detail right in the scar there, which is pretty cool. I like that. And of course, the head, which is kind of sideswipe-esque as per the original toy, but yeah, come on, that's Armada Wheeljack. Like, compared to the other Wheeljacks, well, I say that most Wheeljacks nowadays have a mouth, but like, he has a mouth. He doesn't really look like Wheeljack. It was a name dump, but still, pretty cool looking head sculpt. I like it. And of course, the accessories, we've got the little missile launcher, which, I mean, if you wanted, this can go into the shoulder. I mean, as I said, I don't think he's ever used this in the show. So this is... oh yeah, the missile can come off quite easily as well. So I guess if you want him to hold this as like a little caramel popsicle, then there you go. But for me, just like with SG Sideswipe, this is going to remain on his back at all times in robot mode. Because, like, he never used this. So... and of course on camera, it's not even going into his back. There we go. So that leaves the two weapons that he actually uses. The clubs. Because of course, back in the original toy, these were the missiles. Like, of course he doesn't really have the other shows on missile launcher now, but he still has the little club weapons. So either he's going to So, like, it's one of three possibilities here. One, he's gonna beat you to death with these things. Two, he's gonna help try and land a plane. Or three, he just really loves playing Beat Saber. So, yeah. And, yeah. At least they look less weird than the missiles of the original. Like, they've been redesigned to look like actual club weapons now. So, yeah. And, of course, if we put them next to Sideswipe, of course, we can see the heavy changes in colors here. Like, I think this guy had more budget to him because he's got some more paint applications to him. Because, like, this is an all-in exclusive 2-pack with another figure. And so he had Whisper with him. Whereas this guy has a few things when it comes to the colors, which I'll talk about. But yeah, you can pretty much see how cool these guys look next to each other. Kind of makes me want, like, a drench as well. You know, the drench that inspired this guy. But I think that's going way too deep. Although, if Night Prowler can happen, maybe Drench can also happen. Yeah, all we need now is a Wind Shear, and I think I'll be happy. Maybe if we ever get that rumored Minicon box set. I don't know. But anyway. Next up. Pulling out that picture of Wheeljack in robot mode. Yeah, if I managed to get like my Wheeljack out of storage, then I would show that. But it's the best I can do, and we can see that the original figure is honestly a bit more colorful, to be honest. Like there's hints of yellow in some spots, like on the biceps. Like if they had a bit of yellow here, maybe, but I don't know. It's probably like sprues and all that. You know, if they made the biceps yellow, they'd probably have to change their color and something else. Like, I don't know. I don't know how toy design works, but one thing I wish that they'd change the color of is the feet. Why are the feet black? Because they're white on the original toy. And, like these bits are hidden away in car mode anyway, so I don't see any reason why these couldn't have been colored white. Like, maybe these were black in the show and I don't remember, but honestly, these should have just been painted or colored white. But, maybe the shoulders as well, but then the entire freaking arm would be white, so, and I can kind of see why, because obviously then this would probably be white as well, so I can see why the shoulders here are black. But the feet, I don't see an excuse. These should have been white, just like with the original toy. But the rest, yeah, pretty accurate again. So yeah. Now, despite my qualms with the feet, I still like how this looks. But how does it pose? Well, come on, it's the freaking Sideswipe molds. I think we all know how it poses by now. So, head, of course, it's on a ball joint, so it can look around. It can kind of look up and down. So, got that. Go ahead. Of course, the arms can move around. He can T-pose. So, I guess if he wants to do some sort of attack where he like spins his waist around, and you can do that. Of course, elbows. Got bicep rotation right there. You can curl his fist up. Waist rotation. He can kick forward like so. He can kick backwards. Knees up to there. Not really that great, but oh well. Still knee articulation. He can kind of move his knee a bit forward. fly rotation there. He can do the splits. Pretty good ankle pivot. And the feet can kind of move if you want to. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the articulation. Overall, you can get him into some really good poses, like there you go. That's a thumbnail pose right there. Look, if anything, I think this is going to be the pose that he does in the thumbnail. So let's end the video off of him doing this badass pose. So this has been my review on Armada Wheeljack, and well, my complaints. Mostly the same that I've had with the rest of the mold, but for unique complaints, yeah, these should have been white defeats, but for further complaints, just get rid of the missile launcher. Like, why does he have that? He never had a missile launcher in the show. And, well, I have heard people say that theirs has a couple QC issues. Like, I think I remember one reviewer saying that, I think it was that toy guy, I think like he said that his had a forearm that kept coming off at this joint here. Mine doesn't do that, so I got lucky. And I remember like posting this guy, and someone asked if the chest tabs in, so I'm guessing that's a problem with this guy as well. Like the chest not tabbing in, but mine is perfectly fine. Just be wary, but do I recommend this guy? Damn right I recommend this guy. This is a pretty cool figure. Like, yeah, it does use the sideswipe mode, and I'm pretty sure we'll either sick of it or, well, at least just wanting a new sideswipe to come out. This is a different mold, but this is still a pretty cool looking figure, and I am all up for a new Armada figures. Like, I am getting that new Armada Red Alert. And this guy is really, really good looking. So, yeah. I definitely do recommend this guy. If you're a fan of Armada, if you're a fan of this mold, if you're a fan of Legacy, this is a really great figure. It helps that the sideswipe mold was great to begin with. It's just got oversaturated with tons of new releases. But this is one of the better ones. Because this is really good. And yeah, there's no wind shear, but I can see why, just due to budgets and all that. And I'm sure there'll be one day with like a mini con pack or a re-release of this guy in toy colors maybe, or, well, Hasbro toy colors, but eh. But yeah, this is a really good figure. So, yeah. So, this has been my review on Legacy United Armada Wheeljack, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.